Hi, I'm Shein Shanin and you're watching Making the Call. Today, a research house provides us an insight into vaping that is possibly a threat to the tobacco industry. Vaping has become extremely popular in Malaysia, so much so that Malaysia has become the second largest vape market in the world after the United States. There are more than 400,000 adult vapers in the country, and that's about 8.7% more than 4.5 million adult smokers in the country. Hong Leong Investment Bank rates the tobacco industry at neutral, saying those switching to vaping are a loss to the industry. The research house looks at British American Tobacco, or BAT, the largest player in Malaysia with a 60% market share. BAT is already suffering from a nearly 10% volume loss in the first half of financial year 15 after it was penalised recently due to its uncompetitive pricing post-GST implementation. And vaping is adding further pressure to BAT's dwindling volumes. The research house has a whole rating for BAT in view of its relatively defensive earnings and dividend yield of 4.6%. It has a target price of 65 ringgit 54 cent for BAT. Turning to the pharmaceutical sector, until there's clarity on the Trans-Pacific Partnership Pact, it's seen as posing risk to drug makers in the country. CIMB has kept its neutral rating on the sector, saying TPP may take a few years to come into effect, and its impact on the earnings of drug makers may only be felt in the longer term. With stronger intellectual property protection, the Malaysian Medical Association believes the TPP agreement will extend the exclusivity period for new drugs, and this will result in generic drug makers having to hold back their product launches and suffer a decline in profit margins. The firm believes that changes in government procurement policy could also result in pharmaceutical companies' profit margins eroding in the long term. But it expects the TPP to have little impact on export as most local drug makers focus on the domestic market. It's keeping its neutral rating on the sector. Its top pick is Hovid, Malaysia's largest exporter of pharmaceutical products, as it expects TPP to have little impact on the company. And that's because Hovid's key export markets like Indonesia and the Philippines are not involved in the pact. CIMB rates Hovid a hold while maintaining its earnings forecast. It has a target price of 42 cents for the stock. Meanwhile, it has a whole rating on Pharma Niaga, which derives most of its revenue from sales to the government. Any change in the government procurement policy will pose a risk to Pharma Niaga's earnings prospects. CIMB has a target price of 6 ringgit for Pharma Niaga. A unit of YTL International, YTL Power Generation, has won the bid to supply power to the main grid for 2 years and 10 months, beginning March 1st, 2016. The power supply is from its existing 808 megawatt power plant in Pakar, Terengganu. Kenanga Research is maintaining its outperform rating on YTL Power International. The firm is upgrading its financial year 16 to 17 earnings estimates by 0.9% to 2.6%. Its new revalued net asset valuation is now at 1 ringgit 95 a share after adding back Pakar Power Plant into the valuation. And its new target price is now at 1 ringgit 76 a share from 1 ringgit 73 previously. And that's all we have for Making the Call. I'm Shein Shanin. Thanks for watching and I'll see you later.